What's happening? What's going on, everybody? You are now rocking with Crypto Wonder from the Crypto Wonder Show. Never take what I'm saying as financial advice because I'm not your financial advisor. I could barely give myself financial advice. If I was great at it, I wouldn't be online talking about anything crypto related. Isn't that something? Trying to make sense out of nothing. Nothing at all. But, when I always say, as always, I'm not going to keep too much of your time. I end up keeping a lot more than I desire. But who cares? Anyway, what's happening, everybody? What's happening? So I see a lot of people talking about, the Kendrick Lamar, the Drizzy Drake, Champagne Poppy battle that's been going on. That's cool and all that. But I don't like to be distracted. And I'm seeing that as a distraction. It's cool entertainment and all that, but you gotta stick to what's really important. You know what I mean? Seeing me no more, 514. Salute to you. Hexangelo, what's going on? Likewise, man. Appreciate that. So I'm gonna, my timeline and all my socials right now, is about some Drizzy Drake and some Kendrick. I wish it was about some Pulse Chain. I wish the timeline was just flooded. As much as y'all like to talk about some Drake right now, and I'm at fault. I've been talking about it too. I've been plugged in that matrix talking about some Drizzy Drake and Kendrick. I'm trying to see the same fervor and excitement for some Pulse Chiz name. Some Pulse Chain versus everybody. Pulse Chain versus everybody. Everybody here on the chain. And not even Pulse Chain versus everybody, because there's a lot of people that are here that are just bad people, man. Enough of them. No more grifting. I'm tired of these grifters, man. Get them out of here. These grifters have nothing positive to do for you or anybody else in the community that's trying to rock with this chain. Man, the learning curve just to access Pulse Chain, you have to go jump through hoops right now. It's not as seamless as we'd like, but hey, beginning stages. Shout out, beginning stages. But there's a lot of poison that's over here, y'all. Just like everywhere. But I'm still bullish on the RH coins, And if y'all could build something that's going to help people prosper, that's a win for everybody. You see, I'm not a builder hater. Like these people try to make you believe that, folks that just like RH coins. Whatever. Folks that just talk about RH coins don't like builders. No, that's ignorant. If you could build something that's helping everyone prosper, helping the chain prosper, helping everyone benefit, that's a win. But if you build something that's just trash, that's just what it is. Refuse, it's basura, garbage. And it's going to be that. Nobody cares because this is brutally honesty, right? Brutal honesty. That's it. You want to be alone, tell the truth. That's just how it is, man. You want to get people to point all kinds of weapons at you, just speak truth. Folks don't like that, you know. Yo, a couple years back, this building that, first of all, it's Pulse Chain versus everybody. You know, I'm trying to attach, no. Trying to grab onto the Kendrick Lamar and Drake energy that y'all got going out of the positive, not the weirdo business, because they're throwing weirdo allegations at each other, and I'm not with that. I'm talking about the interest of just the talk. It's the same talk that they got for this hip hop thing that I'd love to see for Pulse Chain versus every chain. Forget it. Everybody, everything. Come on, man. That's what's really good. Like the kids used to say 20 years ago. You know, a man of a certain age, nobody cares. So this builder stuff, right? This builder stuff. It's weird because last summer, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna always say it for those who don't know and those who know, you had certain collectives of people that tried to call they had a spaces, a 7-hour long spaces, trying to get people to talk about the elephant that was not in the room. And that elephant was RH, because RH decided to reduce his online presence by way of creating streams and stuff like that. And this collective went on a 7-hour unrecorded spaces talking about there was a void and that the leaders needed of projects and sacrifice projects and coins and dApps or whatever needed to come together and lead the community. Where, I don't know. I don't know where they thought about leading the community. Nobody cares. But these same leaders wanted to told, it said in the same spaces more than once that the leaders need to get together and break the RH maxis. Right? What does that, what do we have today? Fast forward like 9 months later, per se, right? You have these talks where folks are in a cabal. You know what I'm saying? These people are exclusive as far as they practice certain level of like isolation and exclusivity, right? If you're not in the in crowd, you won't be privy to the inside information that they got going on and whatever. That's what naturally took place because of the foolishness that was derived from that spaces. And I asked that fool, I asked him, right? Not verbally, but on X, what did you mean by saying that y'all have to rally up as leaders, come together and break the RH maxis? What were you talking about? He said, oh, he doesn't think he ever said that because that didn't make sense. So there I knew, because I didn't record the spaces, right? But I knew what I heard. And just from that point, the fact that he lied, bold-faced, outright lie, I knew never, ever. I didn't trust anybody in crypto anyway, but especially not him. Not the PH collective. None of them. Nothing he has going on. Because why even lie? Because you had people who heard what you said. And now you want to deny it. And you're supposed to be some kind of leader thinking that you can push everything to a certain point as far as helping Pulse Chain be successful. No, you want to help your sacrifice project be successful. That's all that was, and that's all that's been. That's all that's been. Dude talks both sides out of his neck. He's had a lot of problems with different people in the community. I've seen it myself, you know, and it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that even now people still want to think that RH maxis don't care for builders. It's not about that. I don't care for grifters. And that dude, you can't even stand. You got however millions of dollars in sacrifice. Hey, you can't stand on your word. If you can't stand on your word, you fall for anything and everything. You know? Seriously. That's what this builder did. The head of the whole PH, the hypersexualized stuff they got going on over there, weirdo stuff. I'm not with it. I'm not with that all that weird energy. And it's crazy because sometimes when you might see something going on. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. So sometimes you see things going on and you draw your own conclusions, and then you're like, oh, okay. And then you discover other people have drew the same conclusions, and you never had a conversation with said persons or other individuals, but they drawing the same conclusions you're coming to that you've drawn. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? It tells you not only are you on point, you're not wrong, that the person that's in question is slimy, shady, sketchy. Again, 9 months later, you got this cabal talk. But this is the thing about this builder stuff that y'all are so weird about. And I'm not talking about my viewers here. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Crypto Bigfoot. He says, about to hit the gym. Yo, man, get that workout in, man. I hear you, man. Health is wealth. Jason Smith in the building. D-Gen Dougie was crack-a-lacking. Chris A. I hear you, man. Salute to you. If he had to be a maxi, it would be P Hex. But yo, check this out, man. This builder narrative, right? When back in 2022, I want to say the early spring 2022, this and that, you had these coins that came out that paired with Hex, the T-share raid and the pooling and things of that nature. And those coins are not really been talked about anymore. The Hedron Icosa was created by Alex from Hedron Icosa. Launched it at the end of February 2022. A lot of people took the opportunity to dump Hedron. They didn't believe in Hedron. About a month or so after that, shortly after Hedron launched, or Hedron was launched, that you could have just got for free. You didn't even have to buy it. You just got it just from staking. After you ended, before you ended your stake, you make sure you met your Hedron. However, he had the thing going on with the 10x bonus. That was a builder. That's a builder. I'm not gonna say it was, like Pastor, but yeah, that's a builder. Okay, was pretty much, met some resistance, but overall, like, welcomed in the community for the most part. You had a lot of, pseudo OGs, who had their own mixed feelings and displeasure about it, right? Dumped the coin, called it a perma dump, blah, blah, blah. A month or so later, you have Maximus come into the fold, right? They want to introduce pools, Maximus pools, right? Like this whole pool staking, 10 years, you pool your hex stakes. And initially the thing was 1-for-1, one hex for one Maximus, this and that. They were trying to raise, not really raise, but the goal was to stake 150 million hex for 15 joints, 15 years. Man, they well exceeded that. The community loved the whole idea and showed it on chain. They showed how much they cared and wanted to support Maximus. True to form, community, the coin headed by your boy Dipcatcher and your boy Goki, right? Okay, cool. So they got that going on. The Maximus thing it went off without a hitch, no issues. The coin is locked 15 years, 15.2, collecting everything that it's supposed to collect as far as T-shares rates and whatever penalties that people decide to experience. Everybody, all the stakers get half, the rest goes to the OA, and it's bubble all the way to 15 years from now. And one token you can redeem. You don't necessarily have to lock it up. You got that Maximus, it's equivalent to whatever price of Hex. Everything is bonded to Hex, right? Cool, great idea, great everything. To the point, the idea, not even idea, but the coins were so favored, right? Where in 2022, I want to say maybe the summer, maybe during one of your boy Matty All In streams, summer 2022, maybe July-ish. I don't know, some point in the year when Richard was streaming. You know, he identified, he was talking, and he mentioned, he shouted out Hedron, Icosa, and Maximus. And I was like, yo, okay. Like that was very telling. You know, Richard don't like to talk about a lot because he knows the foolishness that comes with that, especially when these projects are, you know, don't work out. But he gave them like he gave them a shout out. Yo, man, that was like, oh snap! All right, so we got this Hex, we got some Hedron. Richard just shouted them out. Got the Maximus thing going. Oh, this was like leading up towards the end of the summer though, like because at the end of that year, 2022, things changed. And in a way where more coins were added, more coins were added, right? Hedron had Icosa launched that August of 2022. Icosa came out, right? The Maximus crew, they coming out with multiple coins now. You got the what they call the perpetuals, right? A 1 year base, a 3 year trio, Lucky 7 year, Desi 10 year, and of course you got your Maximus, right? Those coins are doing the same thing that Maximus does, except they're limited to their respective amount of time that they're bonded to. Like I said, base 1 year, trio 3 years, etc., etc. So this is coins now. Y'all are building. There's building going. There's building going on, and it's like, oh man, hey, why not? This is great. You know. You got another thing, Icosa. Okay, bonded to the Hex T-share rate ×2. Hedron bonded to the Hex T-share rate. Oh, damn! This means Hex goes up, Hedron pulls it. Hedron gets pulled, and so does Icosa benefit. Oh man, this is opportunity to bubble, man. Oh, this is great. You know, it was videos all day. It was just streaming, people streaming like crazy. This was what was going on. And I was excited too. I'm like, oh snap, there's opportunity, man. It's not only about Hex, it's about doing different things. Hedron introduced the whole staking instance, the whole thing, encapsulated stakes, all this stuff, and this is what you could do. Auction, it's an NFT. You know, what? Icosa came out, and then it was what? Some Watsa. We are all the SA, all the it was just a frenzy. The end of this, it was just and all this time, everybody waiting for some post chain. But we celebrating builders too. Like, at least I am. I'm looking at it like, this is opportunity. I'm learning. I'm watching certain select people talk about, these coins in this sub-community of a sub-community, right? Crypto community, sub-community, Hex, sub-Hedron, Icosa, sub-sub, Maximus and the Perpetuals. And then you got other sub-subs of a sub-sub of a sub-sub, whatever. So I'm all excited. I'm like, I'm going to school. I'm going to watch who I'm going to watch now break down some Hedron. Who am I going to watch now break down some Icosa? And you got Alex there talking. You got these hour-long streams, 2-hour-long streams. Oh, it's opportunity. Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody breaking it down or this and that. Long term, here are these charts, these Excel spreadsheets. You got all kinds of stuff. It was building. It's about building. 100%. Shout out Maximus too. You're like, oh man, we got the 1 year. Oh, they got some base. Oh, this and that. 3 year, 7 year. What's gonna be the play? What should I do? 10 years. Oh man, it's gonna be fire. Woo, the 15 year. Look at those bags. Oh, this is building upon building. 2022. I'll be talking crazy. Don't talk to me about how RH Maxi don't support builders and all this nonsense. I was super excited, me personally, for all this stuff y'all had going on. Telegram groups were lit. Telegrams were lit. Voice chats up the wazoo, all kind. The fall of 2022, right? That those sub communities had the Hedron Icosa community was on fire because of the whole auctions that were coming out. The auctions that were coming out. When was it? November of 2022. It got to a point where even the Maximus people were rushing, and they had to launch a contract too, so they could participate in the whole auction mania that Icosa had popping off. Hedron had popping off. It was crazy. You had what Maximus guys, Dip Catcher coding live with sunglasses on. Sometimes he was topless, sunglasses on, interacting with the community on YouTube, just cranking out code. I'm excited, of course, man. I'm like, yo, this is opportunity to make money upon opportunity to make money upon opportunity to make money. It's not hard. It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail. So I'm like, yo, okay, all right, this is what's going on. Oh man, this is exciting. And then, in the middle of November, right when the auctions were coming up to do and people had to bid and all this stuff, because 90-day auction, all this stuff, this icosahedron language, this what it is. I can't explain it to those who are not familiar. You got to do your research if you care, but that's not even the point. Something was discovered in the fall of 2022 with Icosa having a flaw, having some type of critical flaw in their contract, where Alex had to address it, tell the whole community, listen, had to remove the bonuses from Icosa. The 4 different categories of bonuses had to be removed, right? And worked his magic to allow everyone who was staking those coins as far as Icosa to be made more than whole, because certain operations, certain steps were taken as far as seeded liquidity. Certain steps were taken to ensure that people would receive more than what they would have received if the bonus numbers were kept throughout an entire year. So that was okay. All right. Give it up. You know, for fixing or redeeming the redemption phase, right? The redemption of discovering that there was a bug in the contract. Redemption. We get this. Okay, cool. The Maximus team got pissed off. Goki went on a tirade on Twitter, disrespecting Alex, because that was the time when they launched their contract to participate in the auctions, to participate in bidding for the auctions, and bidding for the auctions that that came up with Hedron and Icosa. But once this whole thing with this bug came out, Goki wasn't having it. He jumped out and got on Twitter before it was X and was just like boom, expressing his anger. Okay, friction. It's nothing but these are the builders. This is the builders, and the community is looking at him like, okay, all right, Alex fixed this problem. Why is this guy crying? But we get why he's upset, because there was a bug found out, discovered, and how we moving forward. A couple of days later, come to find out, the contract that these guys were that Goki was crying about and Dipcatcher launched, Poly had its own flaw. Now, if you have them explain it, the key point about it is how things were handled, right? Alex didn't jump out on social media disparaging those guys. That's one thing I give to Alex. Like, he didn't, curse them out, insult them, get on this verbal tirade and in the timeline of vitriol and hate towards those guys and anger. None of that happened. What Alex did was he saw an issue, helped them out, made sure that he did his thug thizzle on the chisel of the chain nizzle, helped them out, so that they could be somewhat made whole. Okay, all right. This is the thing, and this builders, you know, things happen, and that's when you always have to remember too. This whole thing about software is hard, that we were always hearing from Mr. Magic himself. No, expect nothing, and that he doesn't work for anybody. Okay, software is hard. Software is hard. All right, cool. 2023 rolls along, and it's slow moving. Yeah. Everybody waiting 2 more weeks. This thing became a meme. 2 more weeks or 4 more weeks. It's nothing but anger, nothing but whatever. People coming out of nowhere. Your man Jake Sharp, like just DMing everybody on it. Just DMing me on some you know, would you like to join? No, I don't. And doing weird all the way through January, February, March, April, and voila, here comes May. And what happens in May? It's not so in such a special way. It's almost about to be a year anniversary to my Pulse Chiz name launched. It launched. Oh yeah, it launched. So some people said it was active like not March, but May 10th. You know, May 10th, something like that. But May 12th was when it was the official announcement. Oh man, I'm gonna always remember it because we were a part of it. We were right here when it happened. It was a Friday. Oh, it was a beautiful situation. You coming into the weekend knowing, oh man, airdrop upon airdrop. Got my airdrop, drop. Not only RH coins, but all the coins that these other guys were doing, these builders and builders upon builders. And it's not just a thing about Alex and the Maximus guys, but it was builders upon builders and builders and builders. Oh, these copies, man, from Ethereum. Oh yeah. And if you sacrifice, you waiting for still all these other projects to come out. And a lot of them since scammed. And a lot of them that came out leave a lot to be desired, where people feel like they were super rugged to this day, right? Builders, your people, build it. All this talk about some builders, right? Like I said, you could build whatever you want as long as everybody benefits, everyone wins. It's cool, but don't build to fleece. A lot of people have the experience of supporting these sacrifices, supporting these builders that have fleeced people, that have rug people, that don't even care. They think they know what they're doing, but they don't. And I digress. The chain gets launched. Okay, so now here you go. Some Hedron Icosa Alex is now doing a data center kind of thing because want to do validating. This is what he was saying to the community, and also wants to create a whole new updated version of the Icosa situation, a Hedron situation, so that way at the time, you know, you could use your coins on Ethereum to use it on interoperability with Pulse Chain and all this fancy schmancy type stuff. Okay, cool. You working on that? You know, it's what it is. Building, keep building. These other guys, you know, Maximus and them, you know, they got into some other stuff too. Like I stopped following because I think they got into something with like some kind of, I don't know what, there was some extra stuff, some pool, some party stuff. They lost me after the way they handled, you know, Poly and then the tirade they had. They lost me. I'm like, man, I'm glad I can differentiate between code and the person. And what I was hoping for that first base token to come out last year, and it better pay, because if it didn't pay, that was gonna be Wreckville for the whole thing that they had going on. But guess what? October came around, base did its thing, and it paid. So that it gives me some type of assurance that if you in, you know, some lucky Desi, even Maxi in 15 years or whatever, maybe 12 years from 13 years from now, you're gonna see something right. And those things about those perpetuals too, they'll address the gas fees on ETH. And so it's also addressing the gas fees on Pulse Chain, meaning you able to do what you got to do at an affordable rate. All right, cool. All of a sudden, and this is not about memes, but all of a sudden, here we are. Like the rest of the year comes out and it's just a bunch of stuff going on. Folks are just, you know, flourishing. You know, I I made a song with another gentleman going at the whole PH people. No fucks given. Shit is fire. It's fire. And what did I say? It's fire, because we weren't having these weirdos talking about they're trying to break people. Who you breaking? And then lie about it. You know, people weird. That's bizarre. That's strange, right? These folks are ornery. These folks are sneaky. You can't trust these people, y'all. And you want to talk about not supporting builders? Y'all don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You really think you really think you could stop people from interacting with a chain? You really think you could stop people from interacting with a DEX, from interacting on anything online as far as like crypto related, DeFi related? No, you can't stop folks. People weird, man, but they'll tell you that narrative, make you think it's real so they could keep fleecing you. Anyway, fast forward. So sort of like the beginning of this year, because everything ended last year as far as memes. Memes were through the roof. All kinds of memes since last summer till the end of the year. It was just meme crazy. Meme. To this day is meme. That's all it is. That's really what it's been, right? The blockchain, you look at DEX Screener, Pulse Chain, and you see the first however many, maybe 50 memes. Okay. These guys from Maximus, I'm like, yo, all right, because y'all keep saying we don't support builders, but yeah, we do. And let me say this, man, because in that 7-hour unrecorded spaces that your boy had about elephant not in the room, General, the weird guy, like, yo, son, like, I don't understand. The 7-hour spaces when he said, listen, man, they need to get together and break the maxis, break them. The only person who stood out, even though I just told you he complained about Alex because of the bug that was found in the ICOSA contract, Goki asked your man, he said, yo, why do you think people are saying what they're saying about you on the internet, man? Why do you think the people are saying that? He was the only one, and you had other folks that were on the line, on the spaces, listening. 7 hours, man. He is the only one who asked this man, yo, why do you think people are saying what they're saying about you? It's simple as that. He didn't attack. He wasn't threatening. I never forgot that, man. Even though this guy gets emotional, like Goki gets emotional, and he just like, yo, you just be crashing out. You want to argue and debate with Richard. Richard got no time to debate with nobody in the community. I don't know I don't understand. Who you debating? You got to debate the boogeyman, the boogie monster, three-letter agency, boogie monster, alphabet agency. That's what you got to do that in October. And y'all making a big thing about it, like to come to New York. Yo, shout out. But what I found out, like early this year, like in the beginning of this year, like you got some squirrels going on, man. Some squirrels, the memes, the whole memes. But the thing that happened that I think that I saw that triggered a lot of people, especially like a lot of builders, when RH announced again that the market decided, because people are treating this whole EHEX thing as if RH didn't say anything last summer about the whole EX, right? EX, like, yo, listen, man, the market decided it's PHEX over EX. It's Pulse over everything, like Pulse over Ethereum, this and that. That just like basically caused people to just become very angry, sad, and capitulate. And it's kind of weird because, I mean, I don't know if that's what caused, because I stopped following the whole Maximus and Hedron Icosa, because it just, after a while, it was just like, all right, let y'all do what you do. I'm sticking with what has been, what works. And I'm sticking with just keeping my energy focused on a simple group of coins that I like and not get distracted in everything else, especially when I'm seeing these guys, they want to debate Richard. They're angry. They jump from, Pulse Chain, they launched their meme coins, some squirrels on a Solana, And I'm like, yo, man, like of all chains to migrate to, you migrate to Solana. Solana was treated as a meme in 21, in 22, and you know, and this is the chain you want to like people now. Like, it's weird to me. Folks are just like, they're doing things that, I mean, hey, man, everybody got a freedom to do what you want to do. But, you know, Solana, you know, okay, let's turn it on today. Let's turn it off tomorrow. Let's turn it off after that. Let's turn it on back on in 3 days. Let's turn it off in 4 days. In 5 days, let's keep it off for a certain amount of hours. That's that's your blockchain. Solana. And then the energy they give off sometimes, it's like, where's the accountability? You know, they brought up people in the community asking questions and concerns, because when you're a developer in this in Hex, when you do make a mistake, not in Hex, but when you make a mistake in crypto, and it basically tarnishes your reputation. Do you know that stays with you for the life of you being a online personality? Like, it's just with you. You can't take it off. You can't just remove it. You can't go take a shower and just say, I'm gonna just clean this off my body. No. And then much less, like, if you're a developer too, and people know that your contract that you were talking so fondly of has a bug in it, same thing. So folks were asking them, yo, yeah, because, you know, then you would hear like they kind of like trying to clap back, but not take accountability for the fact that you had a chain, or not a chain, you launched a contract out of speed or haste, because this guy was pushing out contracts like it was nothing, like, but there was something there was a flaw, a critical one too. Oh, but this is his response. I put a fail safe. I did something there, you know, a fail safe to ensure that things won't get too bad. And you keep making excuses. You're not taking accountability. These guys, man, it's these builders for you. These builders. So all the people that joined them and went to some Solana, and then even that, the day the thing launched, people were like, yo, why I can't get, you know, I got into something, I got in at a certain price. The thing launches, but you launch it at, you know, such a low price, so everyone were able to like snipe me and get in at a cheaper price. What's good with that? Oh, we need to pad the liquidity, do some padding. What do you mean padding some liquidity? Is this football? What are you, varsity? What's this? College Rydell football equipment? Padding what? Oh, you know, you got to pad the liquidity. You know, this is why we launched it lower. Like the people who bought in before the thing launched, right? Or invested, however they did it. For example, then let's say you spend, you know, $100 on some meme coin that they working on, whatever. The thing launched at like $40, man. So anybody who was coming in after you bought your thing for $100 got a little grip, got you know, a discount of a discount. And they did something like that to say, and then while they did that, the reasoning was to pad some liquidity. These people, bro. Were you stuffing some pipe with cotton? What are you padding? Insulation? You building a what? The frame to a house? What are you padding? When I saw all that taking place, and then you on some Solana, and then the prices of those coins were in the thousands. Like, man, salute to y'all, bless y'all. Like, I hope you succeed and all that. But then it made me remember, it made me think like, man, these guys, man, this is, if you build something that you're supposed to be proud of, you build something that works, that you're supposed to be proud of, why did the focus stop and you start jumping into all these other things going on? Why didn't you stay with the perpetuals? Why didn't you stay with Maximus and all these things, for example? right? Because everything else after that just seemed like it was whatever. And plus, it didn't help that the price of Hex went down 99%, right? So all the other coins attached to that, what do you think happens to those prices? Same thing. So no one cares, right? No one wants to listen. It's like, it's hard to deal with everything, especially during the bear market, for people who not, I don't know if these guys are even used to these cycles. This is what lets me know that a lot of people who came into the community who try to pretend like they were very knowledgeable on crypto and what they were doing barely were here 4 years or 3 years. Like they don't know, they haven't been through multiple cycles, but wants you to believe in whatever they have going on with no track record to support it. They're repairing the plane as it's flying in the air, if that even makes sense. Because how can you repair a car while it's moving, or train any moving vehicle or flying object? That's the sense that I get. It's the sense that I get. A lot of these guys, they talk about, liquidity. A lot of people, they don't know nothing about liquidity. I just heard one of your other favorite sub-community grifting groups, favorite face of a grifting group that had been grifter, some dude that I've said it before many times. Those who know. She launched a coin with another hypersexualized Dex. Launched a coin. Something happened when he launched the coin. First of all, like, yo, these guys, they can't even grift right. Like, actually, the grift took place, but only a very few people made money. The insiders, I feel like this is crypto gossip, man. I'm not with it. I'm not with it, man. Let me. I feel like this is crypto gossip, man. I feel like this is crypto gossip. Blockchain trends. What's up, ID? Chris A in the building. We got some blockchain trends. This guy right here, been in the community since the beginning, man. Like, yo, this is a source of reference for real. And I don't understand why. You know what it is? It's because he speaks truth. That's why a lot of people, that's where you really find yourself alone, when you speak truth. Identity block. Salute, man. Salute. Yo, these people, now how you not gonna support somebody like Identity Block? Why? Because you mad because he was telling you the brutal truth? I used to hear him in the post-chain chats. Just it was like any hour upon hour. I used to fall asleep and the thing was on. This guy's on at any point. 24 hours, it didn't matter when. I was there listening to him, and he was talking about like stuff, helping people, and even telling people the sacrifices he was making when he was in Hex. Like, it was crazy to me. Like, not to say that he's crazy. I'm just saying, like, the stuff that was going on back then. It was a time. Authentic guy right here, man. Shout out to Identity Block. If y'all don't know, go subscribe to his channel, man. Sacrificing everything to put something in X and getting the high APYs even now, man. From staking back then to the point where, the sacrifice even affected his day to day. Rice and beans, habichuela, motherfucker, like arroz con pollo, arroz. Yeah, you can't be mad at that. Sacrifice for real. And look, he made me change the whole thing of what I'm gonna say, which I'm gonna go back to. But listen. I'm watching this guy going through something too. Blockchain trends, Identity Block. I'm watching him going through something, right? He registered his company. It's not really his company. It's a company for the, LLC, foundation, blockchain foundation, post-chain foundation. And to this day, I think it was yesterday, he's letting people know who are using that same name for their own interests. He's letting them know, why are you doing that? Why are you guys doing that? There's people in the community. Like, these are folks, this is before I got in here. These people, like these members of the community, doing all this weird stuff. Why? Going against what this man did legally. Like he just said, hey, listen, I got the paperwork, I got the details, I got everything is registered. What are you doing? What are you doing? They don't even care. And then they wonder why folks say cabal. Where do you think these things come from? Where do you think the whole idea of these individuals, they want leaders when the elephant is not in the room because they're shitting on Richard Hart on the low because they think they're smarter than him. Then Richard Hart is away, so the mice will play. And it's about, oh, we need to get this money together for some DEX, or not even a DEX, a CEX, centralized exchange, because you're going to give your coin to the third party going against the whole thing about no middlemen, not making no sense, raise money to then go travel the world and talk in the name of a pulse chain foundation. That's not the foundation that Identity Block made. That's crazy. It's in your face. I just saw it like a post or I heard it in a Spaces. Voila. Something that was even recorded on YouTube. The Pulse Chain Foundation, not the one not the legitimate one Identity Block is dealing with. The other one, the bootleg, the bootleg foundation. They sponsoring like events worldwide, right? Weird. They trying to talk to people in different countries, and in the name of Pulse Chain Foundation, and this guy said, "Hey, it could go there. It could go the legal route, man. It's nothing but absolute sheer disrespect afterward. This is what's going on, yo." From supporters and people who've been in there talking about, they've been the original streamers and hacks in the community. And this is being headed by those individuals. And then they'll say, oh, no, Identity Block, he's just too aggressive with it. Nah, man, you got to know, it's the truth. Man, I've been rocking. I understand his message. Don't think about the man. Think about the message, bro. Like, this is clear. You can see that there's ulterior motives. You see, is this the whole thing with this whole thing, man? You can't trust nobody in this thing, bro. People got ulterior motives and agendas for real. It's not conspiracy either. I heard it. What was it? It's obscure gems, obscure crypto gems. Like he takes snapshots of like Twitter Spaces. And he uploaded like this a couple days ago. Not even maybe 3 days ago, something within the last 3 days. The dude at the end was like, oh yeah, Pulse Chain Foundation. We're doing Pulse Chain. And it was an Identity Block. Oh yeah, Pulse Chain Foundation that was headed by such and such and such and such. I didn't hear ID. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. He said he scares a few of them. Salute to you, man. Scared. Yo, listen, man. It's all good, man. I appreciate your energy, man. 100%, ID. I appreciate your energy, man. I don't care about none of that. That you scaring them, because if they're scared, it's because they're doing the wrong thing. If they weren't doing the wrong thing, they wouldn't need to be scared. Weird people, man. These people purport to be retired, rich, off of Hex and all. Come on, bro. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. And going back to the build, and this is the builder thing. Oh, adoption, and more eyes, and we need social equity. Social capital. Yeah, nobody give a fuck. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So okay, this builder, the builder had these squirrels. The builder was building squirrels. And was beefing with another community in the community, because the other community that does memes was like, how come you didn't come to us? We would have helped you with your art. We would have helped you with your squirrels. You know what the Maximus guy said? He said, they're an artist. They don't need them. They're doing things for their own community. What do you mean you're doing things for your own community? The community that you're doing it for is the same community that everybody deals with on the Pulse Chain for the most part, and it's the Hex community. That's how you built your popularity. before Pulse Chain even became a thing. You came here and you just talk about Hex with your Maximus or Hex with some this and that and this and that. That's how you built your popular. And now it's, oh no, now it's my community. I'm building these squirrels and we're going to migrate and we're going to go where we're respected. Because you mad that RH did the whole thing with the EHEX situation 2 months ago. And then you got followers who believe in these guys because everybody's going to have followers. Everyone's going to have cheerleaders. And it's no disrespect. It's just what it is. You can stand on the corner and stand on a corner, sit down on a milk crate, do whatever you want to do. And speak the word or whatever word it is that you think is needed to be said. One person listens to you. That's your cheerleader. That's the supporter right there. So it's easy to do that on the internet. So these people follow these guys all the way to Solana, right? I say all the way like it's so far away. It's just a few clicks away. And what are the prices of those squirrels doing today? Red, wrecked, bottom of the bottom. Bottom of the bottom. All this bravado, all this pride and ego, and I'm doing this for my community. You know, I'm an artist too. Look at all the work that I do, and watch how everything's gonna be reflected on Solana. Like what? You let all that hubris and pride cloud your better judgment, and then now you have a group of people who followed you and believed in what you were building, experience loss and pain. And you have these same individuals talk about RH Maxis don't respect builders. And you wonder why? No, it's not about it's not about we don't respect builders. We don't respect grifters. We don't respect scammers. We don't respect thieves. We don't respect liars. You could lie in real life, but you can't lie on the blockchain. You know, like it's not hard. And that's what's been going on. That's exactly what's been going on. You got these grifters on the other side of the pond. There's grifting groups all over the place, you know. They're all the same, though. They're all the same because they all communicate. You could tell. You could tell. This dude want to launch a magic ball, blah, blah, blah. But you pair up. You pair up. You pair up with a known, like this guy that y'all love so much. This guy you guys love so much. Launch a coin, and 7 minutes later, or 5 to 7 minutes later, not only did they launch a coin, but they launched another contract. They launched another contract after they launched the coin. They launched another contract. Like y'all can't even grift. Like it's crazy, and they grifted it to the point where, like again, they were part of an inside group, and the insiders in the inside group got shafted. How does that work? How does that work? The insiders in the inside group got fleeced. And you celebrate these guys. Y'all are crazy. I don't understand. I don't understand. Party, pointy elbows. Let's be Weezy. Shout out to you, man. Blockchain Trends, Tail 7, J Everything checks my pulse. All of y'all good people. Elliot in the building. All y'all. Let's talk about this real quick, right? Pointy elbows. Fluffy slippers. Fluffy slippers. The same group approached Fluffy Slippers, launched Sami Coin, right? They thought they were doing something, putting, you know, some, I guess, I don't know, reverence on Sami's name. So they launched some Sami Coin and gave him $5 million worth of crypto. They gave him $5 million worth of You know what Sami did? And this is what I give him credit for. And it's true. Like, I stopped listening to his content because he's all over the place. And it's whatever. But he took the coins and put them in V3 and did them in such a way where he, you know, locked those coins up single-sided to where he wrecked the entire project. He wrecked it. No one could do nothing with those tokens. No one could do anything with those tokens because he didn't know them. This same group the same group of people will tell you they got benevolent whale. They got a benevolent whale. The whale is so benevolent. Will tell their paid subscribers, they paid believers, that they got a benevolent whale. So anytime they launch, the whale is going to look out for them. Some solid X. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Then you got some other guy who pair up with some solid X. And then, yo, it's looking bad for y'all. Like, do y'all not understand how crazy y'all look? Axis, you looking crazy in these streets, bruh. I thought Axis was like somebody, you know, that you could go to him and you could get some TA, and you want to talk about some metaphysics in the altruistic nature of phenomenon and thermonuclear dynamics and physics with some blockchain, sprinkled with some, operational security, all this stuff with, technical analysis. I'm thinking, yeah. But then you launch your coin, right? You launch your coin, and salute to you. You launching your coin, you make your money. I'm not a hater. This is why y'all with this builders against builders. It's not about builders against builders. Maxis against builders is false. I'm not a hater. I don't care. Get yours. Make sure nobody's getting fleeced. You pair up with some solid X with that guy. Come on, son. And then another person said that guy, the solid X guy, is handsome. What are we doing, son? What are we doing? Y'all got hacked last week. The whole Axis, there was a debacle. Twitter had y'all lit up on fire. Had y'all lit up. Had y'all, it's a mess. That's what's good, people. It's a mess. And people talk about some benevolent whale. What makes y'all so special that you got a benevolent whale and you moving shifty? I don't got any beef with Alex, but when things you doing what you got, I mean, not Alex, I'm saying Axis is not that. I'm just, your action speaks louder than words. Like what you showing these blockchains represent our activities and what's going on and stuff like that. And enough of the games. Enough of the games. Like they doing, huh? Okay, you got a coin that was worth dust. You hooked up your people in your group or whatever. The coin was worth dust, and the thing shot up to about 50K US. Wow, that's amazing, man. How many X's is that? 5 trillion X? God bless y'all. Like, wow, But you attach yourself with a situation. Looking like you got hacked, and then try to say it wasn't a hack. It was a hacker, but it wasn't a hack, and it wasn't a hack because it was a hack of a hack of it, but was it? And then it was weird, and it was. That's always going to follow you. Now I can't even look at you. I can't even trust this guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's messed up, man. It's messed up. And I like Crispy. I like the work Crispy does, but Crispy and Alex, that's your yeah, I get it, man. But this is what it is, man. Guilty by association too. Unfortunately, it's what it is. I'm not saying Crispy and Alex are fleeces, but you attach yourself to some solid X, and that guy 2 years ago was like, he didn't see anything wrong with holding Dodeca coins. He didn't see anything wrong with holding Dodeca, because as long as you held Dodeca, you could earn Hex. And what happened to Dodeca? Yeah. And y'all still appreciate this guy who supported Dodeca. Come on, son. And that's the solid X people. All those people pushing all that. Come on, son. Launching grifting coin after grifting coin after grifting coin. Don't even know how to LP. That's another thing. You help Solid X guy, right? The supporter. Look like it's him, because they be trying to separate their identities. It might be the same guy I'm talking about, yo. I don't know. I don't care. You help another grifter launch some magic balls. The magic ball went to trash. You help launch magic ball, and then people are finding out that you didn't even know. He opened his mouth and said he don't know how to create a liquidity pool. Your man doesn't know how to create a liquidity pool. Like, why y'all believe these guys that you give them your money? You can't make this up, man. Shout out to Checks on Post. OG means original grifter. It might as well be. OG original grifter. It's true. Like, it's crazy out here, man. That's all y'all giving your attention. And then no one, it's like, it's the attention has been so the distractions are so high, people are forgetting why we even here. Why are we even here? You want to see soap opera? Come watch the foolishness on Twitter, Telegram, and you know, you'll be fully entertained. But you want to be serious and create a plan and do something for yourself that may potentially pan out, may or may not financial advice. Nobody knows. Focus on why are we even here? What caused us to even talk about Pulse Chain? What caused us to talk about some Pulse X? What got us here? Everybody forgot. Not everybody, but the majority forgot and don't care. They're thinking it's a wrap for Hex. Forget Hex. I know what Hex, 99%? Oh, it's doom and gloom. What I'm interested to see. When the green candles come back for these markets, for Pulse Chain and it's soaring, Pulse X, Hex, Inc. All these things doing what they were designed to do, right? When these things come back, because y'all didn't teach RH this is the thing. Y'all didn't teach the man this. When this comes back, when it comes back the way and does what it's designed to do in the future, however long it takes, what are you going to do with your grifting coins right now? Are you not going to let them go? Or are you going to pretend like you serious and you're going to diamond hand them? I don't know. That's the question you got to ask yourself. That's the question you got to really ask yourself. I'm not getting into any other stable coin. P die, she die, me die, we die. I don't care about none of that or whatever. There's strategy. People talk about strategy and this and that, this stable and that stable. And we're going to need a stable upon a stable and a stable. Nobody cares. Like Liquid Loans, that thing was shifty from day one. Shifty from day one. And it's bastardized child, some Power City. Nobody cares. Not enough. Nobody cares. Shifty. The sacrifices that got the most money. Nobody cares. Nobody looked at that like it was something going on because it's just started real crazy. The foundation was weak. These guys weren't around long term. You could tell people who were here, a long period of time versus those who weren't. And these people pretended, a lot of them pretended to be around. They just played a role, folks. A lot of them. They can't tell you nothing that happened in 2017. They'll tell you they've been around since 2017 and this and that. They can't tell you a thing that happened without reading something, a news article. They can't tell you anything that happened in 2018. They can't tell you anything that happened in 2019. They weren't here. It's the truth. A lot of people weren't here. And it's okay if you come in and you get in where you fit in. But don't fake the funk. And then get millions thrown at you. And then some of these influencers, man, you got. You guys got, you on the payroll. You on the take. That's what it looked like. I don't care. A lot of you influencers, male and female, you guys got. One asks, is anybody talking about Hex and Pulse Chain anymore? Every day. Yeah, don't act like it's all about you. Nobody cares. You know? People talking, this is what it is, man. Yo, for as much hate as Hex gets, right? Over 4 years later, 4 years, 5 months. 4 years and 5 months later, Hex is still the topic of conversation. I don't care if you hate it. I don't care if you dismiss it. I don't care if you love it. This and that, and this. 4 years and 5 months later, still a talk. Will your coin, your brand new, your coin, whatever you know, be the talk in 4 years and 5 months into the future, with as much interest, as much emotional a reaction or response or balance or whatever you want to call it as Hex is? People can't stand Hex. You know why? Because different reasons. Different reasons. But it's a topic of conversation. Folks know about it. Even if you disrespect it, you're talking about it. So what do some people say? Negative publicity is good publicity. All publicity is good publicity, right? It's crazy. That market fit is crazy. That product market fit is crazy. It is. Because Hex got us to where we are today at 99% negative 99%. It got us to where we are today doing this. Because if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be doing this. We'd be doing something else. All of us would be doing something else. And it gets no love anymore. Not to the level that it was getting 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years. No. I hear you, man. If y'all thought about creating something better and you making it work and you showing improving, hey, I'm not a hater, but I know what I like and what I keep my focus on, and it's gonna be that. Because there's a lot of people that showing you examples. They're giving you and showing you examples that they don't know what they're doing while they're grifting you. That's crazy. In any case, folks, that's about it, man. Stay vigilant out here, man. Be well. Stay strong. Stay positive. Don't fall into the hands or don't listen to these lying, unsavory characters, because they're not here to for your best interest or mine. End of story. All right, take care, y'all. Peace.